The fire flashed an orange glow against his angular face, throwing shadows against his cheeks and flickering into his eyes. The pain had started already, his hands clasped together, thumbs rolling over each other. Such was the cost. A pallid finger reached out above the flames, tempting them. He could feel the heat in his bones, the fire twisting its tongue around the tip of his fingernail. At first, the heat simply pulled, threatening, but listening, eager, but just so. A slow inhale. Coal cedar filled his lungs. Exhale. His nostrils burned. He didn't need the fire to listen. No. His sacrifices, this journey, it wasn't so that he could be heard. It wasn't so that he could gently whisper to the elements, spit in the eye of the natural world for all he cared. No. He just needed the flame to obey. Sharp teeth briefly glided against each other, catching and grinding. A grunt caught in his throat. The flames wrapped around his wrist, tracing his veins, ripping them up from his flesh. The sickening whispers began. His skin popped and cracked. The scent of burning wood replaced with that of singed hair and boiled muscle. His blood caught the fire, and as the dripping crimson met the twisted flame, an acrid smoke billowed down over the fire and out towards his feet. For a moment, there was silence. Darkness. There was nothing. Starlight would have been enough to cut through the forest had it not been for the smoke. Had it not been for the smoke. Manifest, he growled. And so, she did. The flame caught again, the oxygen from his lungs, just enough fuel to ignite her presence. Up from the logs, a new, unnatural blaze spilled forth. 2 legs stood in the fire, orange and black and red and nothing. Upward her hips, her chest, her neck, her face. They weren't there, but they were. Like the flame, they twisted and lurched, chasing, daring, more oxygen. Her eyes caught his, the embers of her pupils blinking in and out as the wind buffeted them. Her lips sat just inches away from his. You called? Her voice was a whisper, and he was unsure if that was part of the game, or if it was all she could muster, if it was all that could be allowed.